Well, have you ever had a fear that paralyzed you? Maybe it was a fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown. Well, whatever is what it was, I believe we have all experienced such moments when fear seemed to hold us back from reaching our full potentials. 3 years ago, I used to be an invisible girl. No one even noticed me, not even my parents sometimes. But one day, I decided enough was enough, and I made a list of the things that terrified me and committed to facing them within a year. Step by step, I confront these fears, starting small every day. And through this process, I grew in a way I never imagined possible. Let me start with swimming. The deep end of the water was like a dark abyss to me. I remember my heart was pounding, thinking I could never do it. However, I did it. With my friends' encouragement and some swimming lessons, I overcome this fear and swimming became a joy rather than a terror. Next, there was a fear of talking to strangers. Isn't it weird to have such fear? Unfortunately, I had it, and I overcame it. At first, it was tough because I had to overcome this fear by stepping out of my comfort zone. I started slow with brief conversations at the grocery store and with my neighbors. And after a while, I started to love to meeting new people. Next, speaking English was another hurdle for me. I remember standing in front of a group, my voice was trembled and I was exposed. But I knew that if I want to connect with more people, I had to push through. I took classes, practiced relentlessly, and immersed myself in the language. Now, talking in English became second nature. And next one was the hardest one, talking with my dad. It was really tough for me because he was strict and I always felt a barrier between us. But one day, I put myself together and decided to have an honest conversation with him. At that day, he was really frustrated and I was so scared of it. But I thought that it was the right time. And then, as I spoke, he began to listen. It was unexpected for me because he understood me. And I used to think that we will never find the same view together. And he told me that he's not only my dad, but also my friend. This conversation changed my life completely. Through these experiences, I adopted a new mantra, that it will not kill you. By overcoming your fears, you understand that you will not die if you overcome them step by step. And I knew that all of you have the potential inside of us, all of us. And during this process, I understand that the wisdom of our ancestors resides within us, waiting to be unlocked through new experiences and challenges. By putting ourselves in unfamiliar situations, we can activate new genes and explore new things. Well, another thing that I understand was that the only thing holding me back was myself. The fear that holding us is ourselves. And I know that if we put ourselves together and if we go to that instead of running from that, we can become stronger. Well, another lesson that I learned was trusting myself. By facing fears, I understood that I can rely on my own abilities. So, next, I understood that if you do it regularly, you can be much more better than you ever thought. So, facing fears will not only make you strong, but also help you to find a balance in your life. You know that after facing my fears, I understand that you'll also pay more attention to yourself, and you'll also start to prioritize your well-being too. You will be mentally and emotionally strong. That's why I hope that all of us need to just go to it. During this process, I learned that when we are learning something painfully, a part of us has to die. It's a pain of growth. By letting us old selves go, we allow our new self to be born. It's tough at first, I know, but we need to push through because it's worth it. And who knows how much is locked inside of you. Well, facing fears will not only make you strong, but also help you to find peace in your life. I know that most of us can do it. That's why I encourage you to go home and make a list of the things that terrifies you and start with small actions. And after a while, you will see you transform. So I advise you to take that first step and just do it. The longer you wait, the higher price you pay. That's why, please guys, just write it down and start doing it today. So, thank you for listening.